After a 3-2 loss last night at the hands of Liberty, the Stony Brook Seawolves look to even the score. Seawolves Hockey Live starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Seawolves Hockey Live. Coming to you from the rink alongside Trevor Mignani, I'm Andy Supar. Last night was a prime example of why playing a full 60 minutes is so important. The Seawolves opened the game strong and got contributions from the special teams as Devin Palmieri netted a shorthanded goal, his third of the season, to give the Stony Brook Seawolves a 1-0 lead. Brendan Colello extended the lead to 2-0 midway through the second. The Seawolves headed into the second intermission up 2-0, but Liberty would not back down. The Flames responded early in the third as Victor Blomberg put the puck past Payne Yoder to cut the lead in half. And several minutes later, the Seawolves, who've been plagued by penalties all night long, finally broke on the power play as Brock Thompson tied the score with his team-leading 18th goal of the season. The backbreaker came just 2 minutes later as Matthew Cruikshank beat a screen in front of Payne Yoder to give Liberty the 3-2 lead and ultimately the win. Payne Yoder stopped 28 of 31 shots for Stony Brook, and he'll be back in net today. And for Liberty, Cole Burak stopped 28 of 30 last night, and he'll be in between the pipes once again. Let's bring in Trevor Mignani to talk about today's game. Trevor, the Seawolves lose 3-2 last night, and that's a big loss in terms of rankings and conference play. What do they have to do today to get back in the win column?
Well, certainly national rankings in play for sure, but more importantly for the Seawolves, this is going to be another ESCHL season where they're not comfortably sitting at the top.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Garofalo earlier, and last night's loss was huge, especially after losing in Liberty, splitting the series there. They lost this game last night, which really had a big impact on conference play. Now they're sitting in second in the conference, and they need a lot of help to get into the #1 seed.
Well, absolutely. They're going to need help from every other team underneath them to try to take one off Liberty, because if they fall again today, that's a split with Liberty for the season.
And they come into today, Payne Yoder's going to be back in net, and ultimately, I believe he earned that opportunity.
I think he played fantastic last night. I think the goals that he let up, a couple of them were screen shots that were where the defense has to definitely step up and push guys out from in front of the net. The physical play from Stony Brook last night was certainly a little bit questionable at times, but they were taking advantage of Liberty's overcommitment in the earlier 2/3 of the game.
And last night, as I mentioned in the beginning, the Seawolves were plagued by penalties, 7 in total. And
absolutely. You can't win hockey games playing 14 minutes in the box.
Now, and one of them directly led to the tying goal just 6 seconds after the power play started for Liberty, and Brock Thompson was open right in the middle of the slot.
Yeah, you not much you could really say about that one other than a very clean face-off win from Liberty, something that we were saying quite a lot. There had very few face-off wins for Stony Brook last night. They got to do better in the hash marks there and win more face-offs.
And that's been something that really hasn't been much of an issue this year. They've actually been very good at face-offs, especially at home.
Yes, Stony Brook with a fairly solid home record, another black mark on the home record this year. But Liberty this year, a team that's kind of historically been kind of weak on the road, has been showing they're a very strong road team this year. One of the things that they've kind of been called out on in particular, especially when traveling up to nationals and not really doing too well there on a regular basis, maybe this is the year they break the schneid and really have their breakout year at nationals.
And they're getting strong goaltending play from Cole Burak, who will be in net again today. What does Liberty have to do to maintain their win streak against the Seawolves?
Well, for sure they need to channel whatever energy they found in the third period and reuse it. The first 2 periods of play from them were pretty questionable with a lot of bad checking, overcommitments, and general lackadaisical play. They let up a lot of really bad turnovers in the neutral zone in particular, that if they can clean that up, they're going to run all over the Seawolves today.
And what I saw last night watching the game was that the Seawolves actually were very effective in holding down their top scorers, Grant Garvin and Zane Sharks. They were largely ineffective in the majority of the game.
Well, right, especially early on, but I would say the entire Liberty team as a whole was very effective in the third period once the Stony Brook Seawolves stopped skating.
And whatever Coach Kirk Handy said to Liberty in the locker room in between the second and third period, really resonated with them because they came out like a house on fire, and they didn't let up, and they were pushing the tempo of play back into Stony Brook zone the entire third period.
Well, to be honest, I would say Liberty was never out of the game at any point. With it being only a 2-goal game going into the third period, it was a relatively tight game.
We got a couple minutes left here before they're gonna go back into the locker room and they'll cut the ice. So we're gonna be looking at about a 3:35 start for today's game. A couple changes here for the Seawolves. Got it right here. Lockwood is going to be backing up Yoder tonight. You got your 7 defensemen are Sherding and Hoon, Kasha and Bishop, Pepe and Kowicki, and Joe Heffernan. So largely consistent there. And you got Riccardi, Slevin, and Murphy, Devin Palmieri, Ori Benyamini, and Brendan Cololo. A line that did very well last night, and I think should see a lot of ice time again today. Mike Cosina, Matt Crockett, and Chris Molnar. And then the fourth line, the freshman pairing of Charles Peck, Keith O'Brien, and Ian Burns. For Liberty, they got a couple scratches last night that did play yesterday, including Matt Crookshank, who we saw yesterday took a shot to the lower body and was having trouble getting up, and he wound up having to get helped off the ice. So we do hope he's okay, but he won't be playing today. And again, Cole Burek will still be starting in net, Josh Halpenny backing him up. Other than that, a lot of the same players. You got Thompson, Cole Steele, Sam Carlson, and then their leading scorer, Grant Garvin, who he's made a lot of noise this year in the ACHA, and people are starting to take notice.
Yes, indeed. All right, we're getting towards the end of the warm-up here. I would say, just judging by the energy on the ice, I don't know. I don't see much of a drop-off from either side here. Liberty, I think they might have gotten in a little bit later than expected to the rink yesterday, which might have been the cause of the slow start. But I think they'll be all right to start this game here. Got a good night's sleep and get the afternoon start. So
and when all
no
else
excuses there.
When all else fails, blame the LIE.
Were you listening to the pregame? I was actually I was coming from Nassau, from the Northwell Health Ice Center, to come in to do this game.
I guess you lapped them on, I'm guessing around exit 56 or something.
It was a little earlier than that, probably in the 40s, I think. I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's the Liberty bus. How about that?
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't at exit 29 where you'd probably still be sitting there.
Rumors are they're still sitting there.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. There was once I came here from, I took the LIE from Queens, got on to 29. It took me 2.5 hours to get from 29 to 58, and said never again will I let that happen. But we're gonna take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, the intros, and the first period. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Supov alongside Trevor Mignani. Andy Mignani not with us today. So a little bit of a change for you. You get him yesterday, you get me today.
Yeah, and more or less wearing an extra hat today as well. A little light staffed up here in the booth today.
Well, you're good at this stuff. Before the game starts, just want to ask you what are your keys to today's game? We'll start with Stony Brook.
All right, keys to the game for Stony Brook are going to be coming out to a fast start and playing a full 60 minutes of hockey. For Liberty, it's going to be, again, playing a full 60 minutes of hockey and checking smart. Smart checking for Liberty is going to be the key to them winning this game.
We've got some scores from last night. We'll look around the ESCHL to see some of the scores that we had. Actually, what amounted to be a very close game. Adrian, one of the top teams in the nation, beat Syracuse 5-3, and we saw Adrian.
And that's also the only other game in action today in the ACHA. So we're definitely going to be interested to see if we get an update on what happened there, as well as what happened last night. That's a shocker.
Yeah, that's not something you see very often. Adrian is a very high-scoring team, and Syracuse, while they're getting better, they're on the up and up. They're not Adrian.
Of course. I mean, we got to see Adrian earlier in the season, and they are certainly a team not to be taken lightly.
Now, other scores from around the ESCHL: Drexel beat Delaware 6-1, so Delaware not off to a good start. URI shut out Rutgers 6-0. So a lot of turnover in the ESCHL last night.
Yes, indeed.
And lights are dimmed, and Seawolves about to make their way out onto the ice. And as we get ready to hear the starting lineups, we're going to send it down to the PA booth.
Step aside for just a moment. First period up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that the spectators please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're just about ready here for the start of the first period. Starting lineup, first for Liberty, on the wing, Victor Blomberg, centered by Ryan Cox, and Josh Hamilton on the right wing, Jaden Lauber on the left defense, Kyle Crane on the right, with Cole Burak in net. For the Seawolves, it'll be Devin Palmieri, Ori Beniamini, and Brendan Colello, with Frank Shirley and Kyle Hoon at defense, and Payne Yoder in the net. 3-2 loss yesterday for the Seawolves. They're coming back to looking to even the score, and this is a game they do need to have to keep their ranking. Trevor, I think Stony Brook getting out and really starting to play early is going to be the biggest thing for them right now. Beniamini can't win the faceoff. We are underway. Liberty controls. It's up on the near boards. Hamilton can't get to it. Cox flips it in. Boom, caroms it off the board. Palmieri dumps it in. It's going to be flipped up. Beniamini knocks it down. Stuck along the board. Cox and Colello go after it. And now it's taken by Stony Brook. Colello leaving it back out for Palmieri. Palmieri to the point for Hoon. Hoon looks. He gives it out to Shirting. Shirting along the floorboards. His shot is blocked in front and taken out by Liberty. Blomberg was looking for Hamilton. It goes wide. And Hamilton and Hoon go after it in the corner. Hoon knocks Hamilton off the puck, and Shirting gets control. Sent along the far boards. Pinch in. Kept in by Liberty. That was Sharks who just came on the ice. It's going to be clear out. Here comes Palmieri with Colello. They are 2-on-2. Colello in for Palmieri. The pass goes wide. It's going to be taken in by Reynolds. Reynolds can't clear it out. Slevin comes on the ice for the Seawolves. Back out to the point, looking for Shirting. Is knocked down, and Liberty controls. It was Riccardi who knocked it down. Garvin puts it on net. Yoder's just going to hang on for the whistle. And we're seeing some errant passing early on here in the period. We're about a minute in here, and this faceoff is going to come to the left of Yoder on the near side. Quinn Ryan taking the faceoff for Liberty against Joe Slevin. Slevin can't control it. It's out to the point for Sharks. Sharks flips it along the near boards for Thompson. Thompson with a power play goal yesterday, which tied the game. His team leading 18th in the season. Yoder leaves it behind the net for Kasha. Kasha being watched by Garvin. Goes out far side. He's going to flip it long. Looking for Murphy. Murphy's going to get through, and they're going to call an icing. And that's a questionable call, as Murphy had the angle.
Let's say roughly 20 linesmen on the Stony Brook bench disagreeing with that call.
And they have a case. Murphy had the angle, but this one's going to come all the way back down. And we're going to see the line for Liberty. It's going to be Pence with Gammer, and Pence wins the faceoff. Shot goes wide of the net off the stick of Baczynski. Steele keeps it in. Alfred Baczynski. Baczynski, his shot kicked away by Yoder into the corner. It's going to be picked up by Pence. Pence looking for Gammer. It's knocked away by Kasha. Up along the near boards. Steele keeps it in. His shot is deflected wide, and Gammer gets the rebound. Poked away by Slevin, and Murphy controls. Murphy cross ice for Slevin. Kasha helps from behind. It's going to be dumped in, picked up by Bergen. And Bergen just come on the ice for Liberty. Murphy dumps it down, and the Seals get a change. Burak leaves it for Steele, and hot on his tail with Slevin. That's going to be dumped down by Liberty, who's there going to get their change on. Long pass for Cassina. Cassina leaves it for Crockett. Crockett, his shot goes wide of the net. Burak didn't even have to touch it. Kept in by the Seawolves. Here comes Crockett. Crockett loses it, and it's picked up by Carlson. Carlson leaves it out the center, but Crockett steals. That's going to be dumped back down after Crockett had his stick lifted, and Pepe controls. Pepe gets hit by Roberts. Roberts eventually actually took the brunt of that hit. Puck is up along the near boards. Lauber can't keep it in. Cosina able to knock it out. Birima steals it from him and sends it back down, where it's going to be picked up by Crane. Crockett lifts his stick and keeps it into the corner, where Lauber goes after, and Crane comes and helps to get a puck away from Molnar. Stick goes flying. That was a recurring theme last night. Pepe wrist shot saved by Burak, and he's going to hang on for the whistle.
Yeah, definitely both teams wanted to hang on to their sticks. Only way to actually score a goal in this game.
That was the first shot on goal for the Seawolves off of Pepe's stick. Pepe coming in is one of the top point getters for this Seawolf team. He's got a big shot from the point that he likes to use.
Absolutely. I feel like he's going to be kind of filling that Shirting role once Shirting moves on. But as for now, they got two good point shots that Stony Brook really needs to start leveraging more.
O'Brien's going to take the faceoff here deep in the Liberty zone. He can't control as Cox wins it. Schartz looking for Reynolds. It goes past the stick for Blomberg. Blomberg leaves it back for Reynolds, and watching him is Colello. I'm sorry, that's Peck. Going to be cleared out to the neutral zone by Liberty, and Hamilton drives in. Going one-on-one with O'Brien. He gets in. Shot by Blomberg goes wide. Yoder kicks it into the corner. Cox gets the loose puck. He's got two Seawolves right on top of him. It's O'Brien. And Peck pokes it away. That's going to go up into the roof, and we're going to have a whistle.
Bit of a slow start so far for Stony Brook. Liberty not a fast start either, so I would say it's ice tilting slightly more in Liberty's favor right now, but not anything either team can do without a little bit of motivation.
And we're seeing again that the Seals are struggling to win faceoffs.
It's going to be a common theme this weekend for them. Liberty's faceoff men are very good.
They do win this one, though, and Palmieri's going to start the rush. He's got Colello. He's going to flip it up, and that's going to hit the roof. Benjamin just took a whack at it, but the whistle had already blown. So this puck's going to come back out into the neutral zone. And this line here of Palmieri, Beniamini, and Colello had a fair amount of success last night against Liberty, and we're going to see them against their top line with Garvin and Thompson.
Maybe Coach Garofalo's seeing a little bit of spark and maybe has a little bit of confidence to go against the number one.
So here's Palmieri. He leaves here for Colello. Colello gets upended by Crane.
And he just took a hit straight to the head there.
So Palmieri gets stuck along the boards by Lauber, and it's going to be picked up by Liberty. Beniamini takes a shot by Crane. Hoon able to keep it in. His shot is blocked. And now taken out by Thompson. Thompson watched by Sherding. Sherding kicks the puck off with the pass out there. Here comes Palmieri. He's one-on-one. Shot goes high and wide of the net. He was looking to go stick high. He couldn't get it. Beniamini gets the rebound. And that shot is just put softly towards the side of the net. Not on, though. Puck up along the near boards. Colello fighting Lauber for it. Here comes Palmieri to help for Stony Brook and Ryan for Liberty. Now there's four players in front of them in the corner trying to get the puck, and Liberty comes away with it. Here's Schartz. Schartz looking for the home run pass for Garvin. He's not going to get it, and they're going to call the icing. Garvin not able to get the stick on the puck to get the deflection to negate the icing, and this puck's going to come all the way back down. So this could be a good momentum shift here for the Seawolves.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of good things come off of icings and tired Liberty players out on the ice. It's just going to come down to Snurwick actually capitalizing on it.
15:20 to go here in the first period. Slevin taking the faceoff against Garvin. And the Seawolves come away with it. Bishop pushes it behind the net. Here comes Murphy. Murphy gets hit by Crane, and the puck goes into the near corner. Ryan cuts Murphy off, and that puck's going to come back behind the net for Crane. Crane going to start. Garvin pushes it out into the neutral zone. Stony Brook recovers. Cross-ice pass from Bishop to Kasha. Kasha moves his way in. Slap shot kicked away by Burak into the corner. As it picked up in front by Baczynski. Baczynski goes in 3-on-2 with Pence and Gammer. Gammer's shot goes wide of the net. Yoder out of position. And he got lucky that Baczynski couldn't get control of the puck because he had a wide open net. Liberty's going to dump it back in. Bishop controls the Seawolves. Up for Kasha on the far side. Kasha into neutral zone. He's going to dump it down. Baczynski leads it onto the stick for Slevin. Long pass by Bishop for Kasha goes wide. And Liberty going to regain control. Cross ice to the near side. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds flips it for Baczynski. Baczynski dumps it down. Pence going after it. Yoder gets there first and sends it around to the far side, but Gammer picks it up. Gammer puts it back behind the net. Bishop goes after it. He has Pence hot on his trail. Slevin coming to help. Bishop and Gammer continuing to go at it, and Bishop comes away with it. They're going to send it to the near side for Kasha as the Seawolves get a line change they so desperately needed. It's going to be dumped down so they can finish the change. Bergen to the long pass for Baczynski. Here's the near boards, watched by three Seawolves. It's going to be dumped down. Pepe picks it up for the Seawolves. Bergen cuts Molnar off, and Cassini gets the puck at center ice. Drop back for Heffernan. Heffernan dumps it down, and we're going to get a whistle for offsides.
Great play so far. It's kind of cleaned up a little bit over the past few minutes between the last whistle, and I see both teams here really starting to get their passing down and making more crisp plays. And good long ice reaches here.
As we're seeing the ice start to open up some as Crockett takes the faceoff here against Ryan Cox. Crockett wins the faceoff back to Heffernan. Heffernan to the far side for Pepe. Pepe's going to put it on net. Burak's just going to hang on to it for the whistle.
Didn't like what he sees there, and to be honest, I didn't either. His defensemen weren't moving, so smart to just take the whistle and start from there. Considering their face-off percentages, I like my odds there.
Crockett again going to take the face-off against Cox. Crockett won the last one and wins this one. It goes back out to Pepe. Pepe, his wrist shot is blocked down by Crockett. Crockett unintentionally got in the way. Puck comes to the near boards. Heffernan pitches in and closes it off. Crane gets it behind the net for Liberty as they're going to start out. Passes up for Blomberg. As they come long for Hamilton. Hamilton comes into the defensive zone. Has it poked away by Heffernan. Casino regains possession for the Seawolves. Casino with a long pass to Molnar, and that's going to be an offsides. And Molnar was over the line before that puck got there.
Yeah. Good gap control early on from the Seawolves here, stopping Liberty players early on from getting into the zone.
And we saw that yesterday in the first two periods. They were very effective in limiting the opportunities that Liberty had, especially in the first period. The shot total was it was a 2-to-1 discrepancy for most of the first half of the game. And Ryan's going to get sent out of the faceoff circle, so Garvin's going to have to come in to take the faceoff against O'Brien. O'Brien can't take this one. It's going to be picked up by Liberty. This is Lauber with it. Lauber sent to the far board for Crane. Burns watching him. Sent back for Reynolds, who leaves it for Thompson. Long pass to the far side for Thompson and the shot goes wide. Garvin keeps it in for Liberty. And it's stuck up against the near boards. Coming along to help is Heffernan. He flips it into the far side for Peck. Peck able to clear it out, and Crane dumps it back down. Yoder went to play it, and it got past him. The puck started to take some funky bounces here. This is going to get sent all the way down. And I guess it got deflected in front by Burns, so the icing is waved off. Here comes Thompson looking for Garvin on the near boards. He can't get to it. It's going to go in. That's going to be an icing as that careened off the boards behind the net. And another icing for Liberty.
Sharks having a little bit of a discussion with the linesman trying to find out what was going on there.
But today our officials are Emerson, Stewart, and Roth. Benyamini taking this face-up against Garvin. Benyamini can't control it. It's taken by Reynolds. Reynolds back out for Sharts. Sharts for Ryan. Ryan being watched by Palmieri, leaving it back for Sharts. Sharts going behind the net. He's going to send it on the near boards. It was picked up by Benyamini. Benyamini was looking for Palmieri. Palmieri was being watched by Ryan, so Ryan controls. Now it's Garvin with a cross-ice pass into the middle for Gammer. Gammer just come onto the ice. Garvin back for Gammer. Gammer has Sharts behind the net, Sherding watching him. Garvin leaves it for Pence. Pence back for Gammer. Hoon holds him up along the boards. And we're going to have a penalty on Hoon for that.
He'll go for cross-checking. He's wondering what he did, and I think our replay will show him what he did.
So Hoon goes over for cross-checking with 11.5 to go here in the first period. And this will be the first power play opportunity for Liberty. And they had 7 last night. Only converted on 1. So this will be a big spot here for the Seawolves to see if they can keep Liberty off the board here on the penalty kill. Crockett wins the faceoff. That's a big win on the penalty kill. And that's going to be cleared all the way down. Burak goes to play it, and it's left for Sharts. Sharts starts behind the net. It's given for Gammer. Gammer coming through the neutral zone and sent to the far side for Blomberg. Blomberg has it go too far. Bishop cuts him off. Behind the net, it's picked up by Liberty. This is now out to the point for Sharts. Sharts waiting. Gets it for Birama. Quick shot saved by Yoder off the shot from Gammer. That's going to be knocked out of the zone by Molnar. Liberty looking to regroup as Molnar hits Birama along the near boards. Sharts drives in. He's going 1-on-2 back out for Baczynski. Baczynski gets hit hard by Molnar. Molnar's really
Molnar's
throws
on fire right now.
I think he enjoys what he's doing right now.
It feels good to hit people.
And they actually gave Sherding the penalty.
It was Sherding that made the cross check, so that was the right call. the second cross-check that happened there.
So we're midway through this penalty kill here for the Seawolves. And midway through the first period, here comes Ryan. He's got speed. He gets around Palmieri, going one-on-one with Pepe. His shot is gloved away by Yoder and up into the netting for the whistle.
Good reaction there from Yoder, and so far, Liberty not able to get much aside from a couple outside opportunities and a rush opportunity.
Now the Seawolves have been able to keep the quality chances at a minimum.
That's what you got to do. It's all about damage mitigation on the penalty kills. Try to prevent as much as you can.
Sharks fakes the shot, back out to the point. Thompson bans on the shot, basically in the same spot that he scored yesterday. And here comes Riccardi. Riccardi slowly moves in, killing some time and gets it around Sharks, leaves it for Palmieri. Palmieri gets knocked off the puck and Thompson picks it up. 25 seconds left on Scherding's penalty. Thompson drops it back for Roberts. Roberts going to start the rush behind the net. Passing it up for Sharks. Sharks cross ice for Thompson. Thompson through the neutral zone into the defensive zone. Has Garvin behind him. He's going to leave it back for Garvin. Garvin back for Sharks. Sharks, the shot goes wide of the net. Yoder
might have clipped the post.
It might have. That's going to be knocked out by Crockett. As the penalty is over, the Seawolves are back to 5-on-5. Successful penalty kill for the Seawolves, 1-for-1. Big hit there on Kowicki by Garvin. And Garvin has a lot of size on him. So the Seawolves have to be careful that this Liberty team has a distinct height and size advantage over them. So he's sent along the far boards. Kept in by Hoon. Hoon, his shot, saved by Berg, and it's stuck in the pads as Burns whacks away.
A little bit of extracurriculars, but nothing too big there. Good first penalty kill from the Seawolves, and Frank Scherding really needs to understand that when he goes in the box, it's worse than being down 5-on-4. It's being down 5-on-4 with one of your best killers in the box. But penalty kill holds up.
So the freshman pairing out there is O'Brien poked it on net. Burak knocks it away. It's kept in by Hoon. Hoon flips it into the corner. It's picked up by Peck. Peck for Burns. Burns, he whiffs on the shot. O'Brien controls. He gets knocked out the puck by Bergen.
Excellent stick work.
And that was good stick work there, like you said, Trevor, by Liberty. Burns hangs on. He's going to send it out to the point. Heffernan keeps it in. He flips it back out for Burns. Burns can't control, now regains. He's trying to go into the slot on 3 flames. Fake the shot, pass out to Hoon. Hoon shot sticked away by Burak and goes into the near corner.
Great pressure here from Stony Brook in Liberty zone.
Here comes Burns. Burns gets around Steele, but can't get the shot up, and it's sent out to the corner by Hayes. Puck gets knocked back in by Hoon as he's being held along the boards by Hayes, and Liberty regains.
Yeah, Liberty's so tired they have to resort to the clutching and grabbing style of play that's kind of been outlawed with the standard of play update, but they managed to get out.
And they get the change. Hoon hangs on in his own zone, being watched by Cox. Pass to Riccardi, goes off his stick and kept by Murphy. Murphy's going to dump it down. Carlson goes after it. Slevin tries to undercut and does. It's going to be sent out to the point for Kasha. Kasha able to keep it in. His shot gloved down by Burak, and he's going to hang on. That was going wide anyway, but better safe than sorry.
If you're Burak, you're all about stopping Stony Brook's assault at this point. And whenever Stony Brook's got sustained pressure, you want to stop that however you can. If that's getting the puck out of the zone, if it's dumping the puck, if it's freezing the puck, doing whatever you can to stop Stony Brook from keeping the pressure up.
About 7.5 left to go here in the period. Riccardi taking the face-off against Cox. And Riccardi wins it out to Bishop. Bishop cross-ice for Kasha. Kasha's shot is deflected by Riccardi and doesn't get to the net. Riccardi controls. Looking for Bishop. It's stolen by Hamilton. And Hamilton has it poked away by Kasha. Good stick work there by the Seawolf defenseman. Burak being watched by Riccardi. He has to put it into the far boards for Reynolds. Reynolds has the stick lifted by Murphy. He was looking for Slevin. Slevin couldn't get the shot on. Now Slevin gets control of the puck behind the net. Leaves it for Murphy. Murphy gets knocked off the puck by Reynolds. Here comes Slevin to help. And it's going to be a clear attempt by Hamilton. He can't get to it. Riccardi keeps it in. Looks like on the boards. Riccardi gets to it. It goes back behind the net where Schartz will pick it up. Leaves it for Blomberg. And Blomberg's going to clear it out. And that's going to be an icing. That was a very late icing call.
Yeah, sometimes they wait for the player to get all the way down there. But regardless, it's an icing, and I see a couple hunched over Liberty players on the ice there. Definitely a long shift for them.
They've been out there for a very long time as Beniamini takes the face-off against Blomberg. Blomberg throws a little shove in there for good measure. Beniamini can't control this one. Liberty gets it. Here's Sharpsburg along the near side. Up for Hamilton. It goes past Hamilton's stick, and Cox goes after it. Cox and Bishop going one-on-one. Cox and Bishop kind of throws Cox into the net, and the net comes off the pegs, and we're going to get a whistle. They both kind of just collided with each other, and that caused the net to come off the pegs. We watch here. Cox goes after it. He undercuts Bishop, and he's going one-on-one. Can't get to it, and they both just kind of, they can't stop.
Yeah. Sometimes
I think in the line from the second Mighty Ducks movie.
Emerson's actually going to roll this one outside of the zone. And I agree with the sentiment there because the Liberty player made no attempt to avoid the goaltender or the net. Despite being kind of checked towards the back, the players do have to make an attempt.
And this faceoff is won by Liberty as they continue to dominate the faceoff category. Chinsey looking for Pence. It wraps around. Gammer going to pick it up. Back behind the net, here's Pence. Pence being watched by Beniamini, gets hit along the boards. But Chinsey comes to help. Colello able to clear it out. He could have a one-on-one with Lauber here. Here he goes. And Lauber pokes the puck away, but Colello regains possession. Palmieri coming to help. Colello still hanging on to the puck. Very strong there. Wicki cross ice for Pepe. His shot saved by Burak. He's just going to hang on to it. Good play there by Lauber to knock the puck off Colello's stick as he had an unimpeded chance.
Yeah, it was a great poke check, and certainly going to get some slaps on the back when he gets back to the bench. Stopped a great opportunity from turning into something really bad.
Down to 6:08 to go here in the first. Still a scoreless game. The shot total is 7-5 in favor of the Seawolves. Crockett taking the faceoff here against Bryant. Crockett been the best faceoff man for the Seawolves this season. Shot on is just gloved down by Burak. That was off the stick of Kowicki.
Yeah, like I said, it just seems like the strategy is just control the pace of the game.
Again, another faceoff win by Crockett. A shot by Kowicki is blockered down, and Garvin picks it up. He's going to clear it out. He was looking for Ryan. Goes off to Pepe, but they're going to get an offsides there as Ryan was in ahead of the puck.
A nifty play, but unfortunately offside.
And that was only by a matter of inches because they had a good look there because it bounced off of Pepe's back. And Ryan would have had a 2-on-2 with his teammate Thompson. Crockett again wins the pass. That's 3 in a row. Pepe looking for the home run pass, finds Molnar. This goes a little bit too far, and Molnar gets hit by Bergen, and maybe a little bit of retribution from earlier in the game.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be cleared out by Liberty. Pepe keeps it close. They're going to dump back down as Soderberg touches up. Here's Thompson, cross ice for Steele. Steele doing a little bit of a give and go with Bergen. Stuck behind the net. There was a big chance there for Cosina as he poked it back out of Crockett. Crockett couldn't get to it. Pepe has the puck along the near board, gets hit by Garvin, and Steele regains possession for Liberty. He's going one-on-one with Pepe. Puck skips to the corner, and that shot goes wide. Another opportunity kicked away by Yoder. And he's going to be coming out of the zone. Steele goes after it as the Seawolves make a change. Long pass for Garvin. Garvin gets hit along the boards by 2 Seawolves. They're keeping a close eye on him, knowing that he's one of the top scorers in the ACHA. Here's Sheridan with it. Flips it up the boards for Burns. Burns with a nice move around Reynolds. Backhander is deflected in front and taken out by Liberty. And just missed it by Hoon. Hoon couldn't keep it in.
He needed to be a step faster, but unfortunately.
Or he needed to be an inch taller.
Yeah, or an inch taller, or an inch longer on the arms, or 1 inch in any direction.
So this faceoff's going to come just outside the offensive zone. It's going to be Birima taking the faceoff against O'Brien. And O'Brien's going to be sent out of the faceoff circle, and Burns is going to take it. And Birima turns Burns away, and he's going to send it back into the zone for Sharks.
Highly contested faceoffs in this game. Probably the most I've seen this season from Stony Brook.
That's going to come all the way down. No icing as Hoon touches it, gets it for Burns. Burns driving through the middle, leaves it for Peck. Peck into the offensive zone, looking for Burns. Burns through the middle. That's going to be knocked away by Reynolds. Good stick play there as Burns was looking to get the quick wrist shot off. This is going to be Carlson. Carlson with a long cross-ice pass from Roberts. Burns got in the way, and all Roberts could do is hit him out of the way. Liberty regains. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds slowly into the opposite zone. Up the boards for Roberts. That's going to go all the way down as Liberty makes a change. Down in the last 4 minutes of the first period. Still a scoreless game. Here comes Hoon with Riccardi. Shot saved by Burr at the rebound. Hoon couldn't get to it. He had his stick lifted. And here comes Shirty. He drives in. Shot. Another save by Burak as he just watches it into the chest.
And certainly Burak is keeping Liberty afloat in this game. Great opportunities from Stony Brook. Not a lot of shots, not as many as yesterday, but many of these high-quality opportunities.
Guys, they're finding their way into the slot right now, which is what they need to do. Riccardi going to take this face-off. And again, Liberty controls another face-off in their own zone. Here's Crane with it up the far boards. He was looking for Blomberg. He couldn't get it to him. He's going to come for Slevin. Slevin has it poked away by Hamilton. Hamilton dumps it all the way down. Chasing after it is Heffernan. Heffernan leaves it for Kasha. Kasha gets hit along the boards. And it's going to come out to the point for Lauber. Lauber shot deflected on, and that kicks wide of the net off the stick of Blomberg. That one had eyes. Hardy with a long pass from Murphy. Murphy drives in. And he gets hit off the puck. Good play by Crane, and another stick goes flying. Nobody can hold on to the stick today.
I'm surprised there's no interference there for the extended check there. That was a little excessive.
And we're going to get a whistle here.
Icing.
Could be an icing.
But we'll take a quick look at that last check there. We'll show you exactly what happened there. All right, you start off here with an excellent check here. Excellent check. And then right here, now you're holding the guy up. And that's it's a little much in my opinion. And I'd say it the same way if it was a Seawolf player doing the same thing. But I think Emerson here, the strategy is put the whistle in the pocket as much as possible and let the game breathe, so to speak.
Liberty controlling another faceoff, but Stony Brook gets it quickly. Clearing pass in front for Heffernan is stolen by Blomberg as the Flames make the change. Here comes Pence. Shot knocked away by the glove of Yoder into the near corner. Palmieri coming to help Kasha. Still stuck along the boards. Here comes Gammer to help. It's back out looking for Sharts. Sharts along the forward. Shot blocked in front. Nice play by Pepe. Sorry, that was Heffernan. Getting my twos mixed up. It's going to be sent out to the neutral zone for Colello. Colello can't control. Beniamini keeps it close. Up for Colello. Colello looking for Palmieri. It's blocked down, but knocked in by Kasha. And Burak's just going to take the dump attempt, hang on to it, get the whistle.
Came well out of the crease to grab that one, but I think that was worth it.
And it was taking some knuckle puck action, and they had Palmieri and Colello starting to converge.
Yeah.
2:15 to go here in the first period. Another faceoff down in the Liberty zone. And Liberty's been really good at winning faceoffs in their own zone.
Although Stony Brook has been much better today.
They have been. As Crockett can't control this one. Lauber loses the stick as he could have had a chance behind the net. Puck stuck up along the far boards, but not out. Stony Brook doing effective keeping it in. It's going to be sent back down into the far corner where Lauber picks it up. It's behind the net. Cosina watching him. Deflected by Crockett. It goes back into the corner, and it's now knocked off the skate of Emerson. Somebody's without a stick. It was Lauber. He's going to regain control of the stick. Here comes Ryan being watched by Kowicki. He has Garvin behind him. Ryan out for Crane. Crane, his shot goes wide of the net. Lauber pinching in to keep it in. And he does. Cosina right behind him as we're down to the last minute and a half of the first period. Here comes Molnar. Molnar with Pepe. It goes behind the net. Molnar takes a backhand shot. It goes wide of the net. Cosina goes in. Look, but Thompson regains for Liberty. Down to the last 120. Here comes Thompson into the neutral zone. He's being watched by Crockett. He gets hit along the boards. Puck goes behind the net here, and Pepe's going to start. Pepe being watched by Cox. Peck coming to help him. Down to the last minute here in the first period. And Steel's being very methodical in their approach. The long home run pass for Burns is deflected at the red line. Here's Reynolds with it for Liberty. Reynolds starting behind that, waiting for Hamilton to come. Peck watching him. Reynolds sends it out for Blomberg along the far boards. It's knocked off of Cox, and Reynolds regains. Reynolds shot, glove saved by Yoder. He's going to hang on for the whistle. We get some extracurriculars here between Pepe, O'Brien, and Cox in the last 45 seconds of the period.
We're down to 30 4/10.
This faceoff will be to the right of Yoder. And we'll see Slevin, Riccardi, and Murphy with Shirting and Kasha. So they're changing some things up here a little bit. So it'll be to the left of Yoder. And it'll be Ryan, Thompson, and Garvin with Schartz and Reynolds. So this is a big line for them yesterday. Liberty wins. Shot by Thompson, sticked away by Yoder, goes into the midboards. And it's picked back up by Liberty. Kasha cuts off the angle, and Murphy gets it. Murphy leaves it for Slevin. Slevin out of the defensive zone. And it's stolen away by Blomberg. Here comes Ryan. Ryan shot, blocked away by Yoder. Down to the last 5 seconds left in the period here. Kasha controls it, and he's just going to flip it out, and that's going to be the end of the first period. So after one period of play, it is a scoreless game, 8-7, the shot total in favor of Liberty. When we come back, we're going to take a quick break for the intermission. When we come back, we'll have a first period recap and the start of the second period. You're listening to Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. I'm Andy Supo. We'll be starting the second period in a minute. And giving you the quickest recap this side of Pittsburgh. Here's Trevor.
Well, pretty simple. We had one penalty. That was to Frank Sherding for a cross-check at about 11:33 to go in the period. Shots on goal. Liberty leads Stony Brook 8-7 as we move into the second period. And that's your recap.
Yeah, pretty much. 8-7 the shot total, like you said. A lot of up and down play, very quick.
A lot of tight play, too.
Yeah.
Usually the first game of a series, you see teams feeling each other out. It almost seems like you're seeing that today.
Yeah.
Where both teams kind of blew the gunpowder last night. And tonight, it's a more subdued tactical game.
And we'll see what the second period has in store for us and for them. And just want to again thank you guys for watching. And because we're so glad that you're watching and not watching other things, giving you a quick update in the NFL playoffs. The Jacksonville Jaguars have upset the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field 45-42. So Bortles and co. and the Saxonville crew get to take on Brady and the Pats next weekend. So that should be a fun game.
Absolutely. I think it's usually it's 75+% of people rooting for not Patriots, and
I think that's going to go out to like 90. Because everybody likes a good story.
Oh, of course. And as much as I'm kind of conflicted, as I have Tom Brady as my fantasy quarterback, but it's the playoffs now, so all those allegiances are gone.
Yeah, no, and Brady has made me miserable since I was 8, 9 years old, so yeah. But back to the game here. We're about to start the second period, and like you said, it was a lot of tight play. What do you see Stony Brook having to do to kind of loosen things up to get?
I think they have to literally do exactly what they were doing in the first period to stay ahead in this game.
And we're underway here as Liberty wins the faceoff. It's up on the near boards for Gammer. So they're going to start with that line here in the second period. Here comes Slevin. He's got speed. Centering pass in front. Shot goes wide off of the stick of Murphy. And it's going to slide back on net and held onto by Burak for the whistle.
I was going to add on to that more shots. And right away, within the first 15 seconds, 2 additional shots on goal for Stony Brook as they bring their tally up to, should be 9.
I did my own counting. I think it should be 11. But that's just me. Slevin going to take the faceoff here against Cox. Tied up in front, and Liberty comes away with it. Here's Hamilton being worked by Riccardi, and he gets knocked down. He's going to get dumped down. Blumber loses his skate as Stony Brook picks up the puck. Up on the far boards is Bishop. Centering pass for Murphy. Touch along to Kasha. Kasha falls over, can't get him. Blumber is going to be the recipient of the puck. Shot kicked away by Yoder into the near corner, picked up by Hamilton. Hamilton out to the point for Sharts. Sharts' wrist shot goes wide. Bishop doesn't get on it either. Up through the half boards, here's Riccardi. Riccardi cross-ice from Murphy. Murphy on the half wall back for Bishop. Bishop deep in his own zone, out for Riccardi. Touch pass to Slevin. Slevin for Murphy. Murphy drives in slowly. Shot blocked away by Burak. Slap shot by Palmieri is kicked away.
Big juicy rebounds.
It was. That we didn't see in the first period. As this is going to be an icing here for Liberty, and this is going to come all the way back down. We didn't see that really in the first period a lot. We saw a lot of play close to the vest and very few rebounds. That one we saw Palmieri get a big rebound, takes a big shot, and then Burak makes the save, and he was lucky that Sharks was right there waiting for it.
Right.
Palmieri going to take this face off, ties him up. It's going to go into the corner where Reynolds and Colello get to it. Colello had a stick held on by Reynolds and goes behind the net. Sharks able to clear it out.
This one might have enough to go for icing. Fresh ice and a soft dump like that, usually not a good combination.
Now, usually you want to wait a couple minutes before you do something like that.
Yeah, that's not an icing at about 5 minutes to go in the period.
I would say maybe 10.
At about 18, you're pushing your luck for sure.
So with 18:33 to go here in the second period, another faceoff deep in the Liberty zone. Palmieri taking another faceoff here against Cox. Cox was able to successfully tie Palmieri up the last time. And this time Palmieri wins it. Goes out for Pepe. Pepe, his shot goes wide of the net. Reynolds may have gotten a piece. Liberty able to clear it out. Here's Sharts. Sharts touch pass long for Hamilton to Cox. It's going to get dumped down into the Stony Brook zone. Stony Brook recovers. Here's Kowicki for Colella. Colella deflects it, so no icing. Burak plays the puck, goes into the far corner for Garvin. Garvin not able to clear it out. Pepe keeps it in. Wrist shot on. Deflected by Palmieri, and it goes wide. And here's Garvin. Garvin looking for Thompson. Thompson touches it back for Schartz. 3-on-1 here for Liberty. Here's Ryan with Schartz. Schartz slap shot, whiffs on it. And luckily for Benyamini, Thompson couldn't set it. Quick shot, score! Zane Schartz was open in the slot. Kowicki couldn't get there. The rebound was there, and he puts it right in.
And an excellent goal here. We'll take a look at that again on the replay here. And
here's the one-timer.
You get the fan shot there. The puck gets popped up to the high to the side here, and right in the high slot here is Schartz, and he's just able to just quickly snap that one into the net.
And there was nobody around him. Kowicki was late to get there, and that was eerily similar to the power play goal that Thompson scored last night. Very similar motion. So this faceoff is taken by Liberty. So they take the 1-0 lead. Carlson dumps it down. Here comes Barima. He gets knocked away by Scherting. Carlson, his shot is blocked down by Hoon. And it goes into the near corner. So it'll be slotted out, taken by Molnar. 3-on-2 here for the Seawolves. They hurry. Here comes Cosina with Molnar. Molnar can't get to it. And it goes along the half boards. Carlson doesn't get to it. Here's Crockett. Crockett into the slot. His shot is knocked down as Roberts was all over him. Scherting out at the point. Shot blocked down by Birima. And there goes Liberty. They're going to dump it down, get the change. Scherting goes at there, but Hoon just let Carlson go right by him. Scherting had to hurry to get that puck, and it's going to be knocked down at center ice by Liberty. And here comes Scherting. Scherting goes in. He was looking for Cosina and couldn't get the puck. Cosina behind the net has it knocked away, and here's Gammer at the near corner. Molnar pinches in to keep it in, and he does. Here's Molnar. Molnar slowly goes behind the net. It's poked away. Bishop pinches in. He's going to hang on to it. Leaves it back for Molnar. Molnar centering pass in front. Cosina wasn't there, and here comes Liberty. They're going to regroup. Gammer drops it for Pence. Pence, his shot, sticked away by Yoder. Yoder needed to make that save after giving up the goal. Liberty has it behind the net. This is Gammer. Gammer being watched by Kasha and Bishop. Comes back out to the far side. He goes out to the point. Leaves it for Lauber. Lauber can't control it. Gammer gets it out the high slot. His shot is blocked down by Crockett. Buczynski was looking for a rebound. Here comes Crane. Crane, snapshot. Sliding attempt by Crockett doesn't get there, and Yoder able to hang on to it for the whistle. So now we're seeing Liberty, after they scored that goal, they got a lot of confidence, and they're pushing back at Stony Brook.
Yeah, it looks like Stony Brook is playing a little too much on their heels at this point. They need something to get themselves moving again.
So this faceoff is going to come down in the Stony Brook zone. And O'Brien's going to be sent out of the faceoff circle. Here comes Burns. Burns can't win it. Schartz takes another shot. It's deflected. Picked up by Heffernan. Thompson keeps it in. His shot is blocked down by Pepe. So we're seeing the Steelers block a lot of shots in front of Yoder today. Puck up along the boards. Here comes Burns. They got a 3-on-2 here. Burns drives in. His shot saved by Burak, and he's just going to hang on with the glove for the whistle.
Good save there from Burak. Yeah, we'll take another look at the goal again. Just to kind of recap what happened again here. And it just comes down to turning over the puck unnecessarily here. Turnover here leads to the open opportunity here to get the shot from the high slot. So turnovers affect both sides. Liberty fell victim to that a few times unnecessarily, and Stony Brook yields the first one today.
And for Schartz, that's his 15th goal of the season from Garvin. So Garvin adding to his team total. Quick shot by Cox, gloved away by Yoder, and he's going to hang on. Down to 15:26 to go here in the second period. Liberty leads 1-0 on Schartz's goal from Garvin. So this is going to be Burns taking the faceoff once again. Faceoff is won by Stony Brook. And here comes the Seawolves. Here's Riccardi with it. Riccardi going one-on-one with Robert. He gets sent to the board, and we're gonna get a whistle here. There's gonna be a penalty.
That's gonna be a trip.
It's gonna be another cross check. And Stony Brook's gonna go on the power play. And we'll see what they can do here. As it's gonna be Lauber going off.
He's going to go for that trip there. They call it a cross check, but I think that's more of a trip. Regardless, it's 2 minutes on the board. Stony Brook goes to the power play for the first time today.
This faceoff taken by Palmieri. It's won by the Seawolves. Out to the point. Here's Kasha with it. Kasha fakes a shot. He loses control of the puck. Clearing attempt fails. Pepe keeps it in. Here's Beniamini with it. Back out to Pepe. Pepe looking for Kasha. Kasha slap shot goes high and wide. That's going to go off the netting out of play. And Kasha had a good look there, but he just put a little bit too much on it. So again, we'll see this top power play unit for the Seawolves: Palmieri, Colello, and Beniamini with Pepe and Kasha. And this one's pushed in by Liberty, picked up by Birima. Out to the point, it's Pepe as it was taken in by Beniamini. Pepe back out for Beniamini. Beniamini circling back. Over to Pepe in the high slot. Back along the half boards for Beniamini. Beniamini back to Pepe. Pepe fakes the shot. Here's Kasha with the one-timer. Goes high and wide. And here comes Beniamini. Beniamini gets the rebound. His shot also goes high in the net. Kasha rebounds. He's able to keep it in. That's gonna flip out of play, and somebody's getting a souvenir.
Well, let's go back and take a look at what happened here, because Palmieri took a bit of a dangerous check here. We got it on replay. And you're going to see this here. Keep your eyes right on Palmieri, who's down on the ice here. He takes a cross check straight to the face. That ain't right, man.
Yeah, and that's not something you want to see.
I don't care who you are. That ain't right.
Now it's going to be Slevin, Murphy, and Riccardi with Shirting and Molnar. Molnar taking the extra point position. Cox being kicked out of the faceoff circle to be replaced by Hamilton. Slevin wins the faceoffs out to Shirting. Shirting waits patiently, leaves it for Riccardi. Riccardi back for Shirting. Shirting, his shot blocked in front by Hamilton, kept in by the Seawolves. Molnar leaves for Shirting. Shirting, wrist shot deflected on by Murphy, and Burak still able to get the puck for the speed.
And there's Shirting taking shots from the point, something we want to see more of.
Yeah, we've seen him do that for 3 years, and we've seen him kind of take a back seat to that this season, letting guys like Brendan Pepe and Kyle Hoon do that. 14-11 to go here in the second period. 57 seconds left on the power play. Slevin again taking the faceoff against Cox. Slevin wins this one out for Molnar. Molnar leaves it for Shirting. Shirting drives it back from Molnar, who didn't see it. That's going to be deflected by Hamilton on the cross ice. Here's a 2-on-1. Here's Cox going one-on-one with Molnar. Molnar pokes it away. Big play there by Chris Molnar.
Shirting picks it out of midair at the shoulder level.
And here's Murphy with it. Murphy. It's hit along the boards by Bergen, and it's taken by Crane. Crane can't clear it out. Here's Shirting with it up for Molnar. Molnar, one-timer. That's deflected in front by Hayes, and it's kept in by the Seawolves. Shirting back out to Molnar. Molnar works it along the half wall for Slevin. Slevin out for Shirting. Shirting pissed. Shot by Murphy is whiffed on, and the net comes off the moorings as Liberty was clearing it out.
And this is a dangerous face-off situation for Liberty. They got to keep their guys on the ice. The face-off's going to be deep in the zone after what they thought was a successful clearing opportunity, but Burek knocking the net clear off the mooring with that effort.
Yeah, and Murphy missed the shot. He had a good chance at putting the puck in the net on the power play. So Riccardi takes this face-off. He's going to take it against Cox with 11 seconds left on the power play. Kasha comes on with Shirting. So they're changing things up a little bit. Riccardi pushes it into the corner to be picked up by Crane. It's kept in. Shot in front is knocked behind the net. Here's Riccardi out for Kasha. Kasha, his shot. Battle in front. Burek makes another save as we're back at even strength. What a save by Cole Burek. Another shot. It slides just along the goal line past Burek and out back into the offensive zone. He's going to get knocked all the way down. Here comes Hayes. He's going to negate
we got a penalty here coming up.
We also have a penalty on the Seawolves. And this is going to be... We're going to have a boarding penalty here. The Seawolves, even though they didn't succeed on the power play, they got several good opportunities.
Yeah, you're going to see the boarding right there.
That one's pretty blatant by Murphy. Cox was on the wrong end of that.
Yes, indeed, and he's going to sit for 2 on that one. No room for that in the rule book.
So 12:53 to go. The Seawolves go on their second penalty kill. That's going to be Murphy. 2 minutes for boarding. So this faceoff's taken by Stony Brook and cleared out. So this is going to be taken out by Liberty. They're going to restart their rush. Here's Sharts with it, already with a goal in this game. Here comes Ryan with speed with Thompson and Sharts. Thompson through the center. He's going to circle back around. He's it back for Thompson. Thompson through the middle. Passing it back for Ryan. Ryan for Sharts. Sharts with the wrist shot. Saved by Yoder. He just watches it right into the glove.
So one thing definitely Stony Brook needs to be cognizant about on the power play here is making sure that they keep the traffic out in front of Payne Yoder. And the Liberty Flames have been doing an excellent job in keeping players in front and keeping the traffic. Look at the traffic in front.
Man, you see there's 3 Flames within striking distance of Payne Yoder. As this faceoff is won by Liberty. Out to Sharts to the point. Big slap shot saved by Yoder. He watches it into his chest.
One thing for sure Stony Brook is also doing today that they weren't doing yesterday is they're sacrificing the body and blocking shots. We're getting to the point of the season where everything matters and players need to start dedicating themselves to shedding a little skin on the ice if they want to stay in these games.
Liberty wins another faceoff. Sharts out at the point, fakes the slap shot, passes out for Ryan. Ryan back to Sharts. Sharts wrist shot kicked away by Yoder. It's loose in front, and here comes Palmieri. He's going to get it and clear it out. Yoder got a little lucky there. He was out of position. The puck was trickling right in the crease. There's a 4-on-2 here. Shot goes wide of the net. A big shot by Garvin and comes all the way back out.
I'd like to see a little bit more patience on the ingress to the zone from Liberty.
Well, they had a 4-on-2 opportunity, and they took the first shot they had. They could have waited and got another more quality chance. This is off the boards. Thompson goes in off sides.
That one's going to unfortunately come all the way down, and Garvin now coming in a little, well, not a little, very late, throwing a little shoulder action in. I think Emerson's just going to try to sweep this one under the rug and let this go.
And the Seawolves have to be careful that they don't retaliate on things like that, because that's where they can get
that's how they
trouble.
That's how they got, as they said yesterday, was on all the retaliatory actions.
So this faceoff is going to come all the way back down into the Liberty zone. And there's 34 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Seawolves. See Palmieri come off the ice. It'll be Crockett coming on. Crockett, a great faceoff man for the penalty kill. He won all the faceoffs on the last penalty kill the Seawolves has. And he ties up here, gets control of the puck, can't get a shot on his Burima, knocks it in front. And here comes Liberty. Through center, here comes Baczynski. Baczynski working on 4 Seawolves. He's going to dump it down. Gets around Pepe. Gammer comes to help. Leaves it back for Baczynski. Baczynski circling back through the circle. Out to Sharts. Sharts fakes the slap shot, sends it out to the far circle for Burima. Back to Sharts. Sharts looking for Burima. Burima out through center for Blomberg. Blomberg can't put it on net. 4 seconds left on Murphy's penalty. It's got to the point here. Sharts back at even strength. The Seawolves kill the penalty. Down to 10:47 to go here in the period. Pepe lays a big hit on Burima. That could have easily been a too many men on the ice penalty there as Carlson touched it close to the bench as they were making the change. Here's Reynolds at the point. Back into the slot looking for Baczynski. Doesn't get it. Here's Molnar on a breakaway. 1-on-1. Shot backhand kicked away by Burak. I think Molnar waited a little too long to make that shot. Here comes Liberty. They're going to send it out to the neutral zone. Here's Kasha can't control. Here's Birima going one-on-one now with Yoder. He gets knocked down. That could be a penalty shot. They're gonna call a slash there. Birima was going one-on-one with Yoder, and he gets taken down from behind. So right after one breakaway by the Seawolves, they get the home run pass to, as we're going to watch it here. Here comes the big play, and Molnar, he goes one-on-one, waits a little too long to take that shot. So it's going to be Pepe going off. So with 10:08 to go here in the second period, they're back on the PK for the third time.
We talk about penalty trouble. They're back in it.
And this is going to be cleared all the way down, but the Seawolves Sharks picks it up. Sharks, he's going to come driving in with speed. Working against Palmieri and McCarty, drops it back for Roberts. Roberts into the defensive zone. He's just going to dump it down. Picked up by Garvin. Garvin back behind the net for Roberts. Roberts circling back out for Thompson. Thompson leaves it for Sharks. Sharks has Ryan behind him, and he's going to pass it back out. Ryan, one-timer by Garvin goes wide. His shirting was in front. And here's Palmieri. He can't clear it out. It's kept in by Ryan. Ryan has Roberts behind him, leaves it out for Sharks. Sharks to the near circle for Ryan. Ryan through center for Thompson. Thompson can't get a shot off. He's poked away by Bishop. And again, we're seeing Liberty get a lot of people in front as the Seawolves able to poke the puck away. Trevor, what do the Seawolves have to do to get these players out in front of Yoder?
Well, they just got to get low and drive the sticks into the backs and push them away. That's the long and short of it.
47 seconds left to go on Pepe's penalty. Liberty still controlling. Out at the point is Roberts. Left alone the half ward for Thompson. Thompson drops it back for Sharks. Sent out to the near circle for Ryan. Ryan gets around. Bishop goes behind the net on the backhand. Sending it back out for Sharks. Sharks to the point. Shot gloved down by Yoder, but he can't control it. That's not something we really haven't seen him do much today. Garvin controls, gets hit by Palmieri. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Garvin with it going into the far corner. His shot is deflected in front, and Yoder's just going to jump on it for the whistle. That's a smart play right there.
Get the change, get ready to go even strength. You've got Pepe that's ready to jump out of the box in 8 seconds or change, so Liberty's got to be cognizant of that possibility of Stony Brook just airing the puck out of the zone, trying to catch that home run opportunity.
8:15 to go here in the second period. Liberty leads 1-0 on Dane Sharks' goal earlier in the period. Shot by Baczynski, gloved down by Yoder, and he's going to hang on for the whistle with 1 second left on Pepe's penalty.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Pepe starting to climb over, hoping that the clock would tick over, and unfortunately didn't tick over to 0. So
one last face-off here on the penalty kill for the Seawolves. Pence is taking it for Liberty against O'Brien. And O'Brien actually ties him up and gets the win, and he's going to clear it out. Back at even strength with the Seawolves for the third time. Sent behind the net by Kowicki for Kasha. Kasha flips it up the boards, but it's out of play. Tried to wrap it off the boards to get it out of the zone, but he sent it a little too high.
It's a short bit of glass over there.
We're down under 8 minutes to go here in the first, and we're going to see the freshman line. Burns, Peck, and O'Brien. And it's won by Liberty. Reynolds with it. He moves in. His shot goes wide of the net. And rebounded by Baczynski. Baczynski looking for Gammer. Gammer had it stuck in his pants. He couldn't get to it. Now back out for Crane. Crane shot deflected. Hung onto by Yoder. That got deflected in front by Gammer and right into the 5-hole. Yoder able to close up though. Make sure that didn't get past him. So we're still seeing after that one sustained rush that the Seawolves had immediately preceding their power play, it's been all Liberty back in the Stony Brook zone. And 2 penalty kills for Stony Brook will have an effect on that as the Seawolves win this faceoff. As Heffernan gets knocked into the net by Reynolds, or by Blomberg, I'm sorry.
And And the faceoff, as Emerson correctly points out, will be outside the zone.
I think that's something that Stony Brook needed. They needed to get out of the zone for a second. So it's going to be the Murphy line with Riccardi and Slevin. Riccardi's going to take this face-off here. With Pepe and Heffernan. It'll be Cox with Blomberg and Hamilton, Crane and Lauber, their top line out. And Riccardi wins this face-off. Sent out through center. Here comes Slevin with the touch pass from Riccardi. His shot goes wide of the net. He had a good opportunity there as he gets taken down after the play, loses the stick. Puck is stuck up along the half boards. It's taken by Hamilton. Hamilton gets around Pepe. He's going in with speed on the near boards. Drives in on Yoder. Shot. Saved by Yoder. It's out in front. And poked back behind the net by Lauber. Seawolves looking to clear the puck. It's taken out. Taken by, looks like Pepe, and he's going to flip it out. Crane gets a pass for Cardi, looking for Carlson. It goes past Carlson. Pepe goes after, and there's going to be an icing. Luckily for Pepe, he used all of his 6-foot frame to make sure that Carlson didn't get ahead of him.
Smart. You just got to take the right angle. That's how the icing rule works, and that's how you beat the icing. You got to make sure that you just get to the line. The hash marks is the goal.
So we're going to see the Colello, Palmieri, Beniamini line out for the Seawolves. Beniamini taking the face-off. Colello setting up in the slot, anticipating the win to get a quick shot on. But unfortunately, it's won by Cox.
And I think Liberty here is going to be going for a trip here.
We are going to have a delayed call here. And Yoder had Carlson right on his tail. And that's going to be a whistle now after Carlson finally touches up. I don't know what Stony Brook was waiting for.
Oh, they were going to try to probably pull the goalie, get some opportunities going forward, but that fell apart pretty quick.
So it's going to be Lauber going to the box again. With 6:37 to go here in the second.
He's going for the trip that we saw right off the face-off after the icing.
So this will be the second power play chance that the Seawolves have. And that puck is knocked on net by Colello, held on by Burak for the whistle. The Seawolves are 0 for 1 on the power play thus far. This is their second chance. Palmieri taking this face-off here, and he was quite successful on face-offs on the last power play chance, but he can't win this one against Birima. Out along the far boards, taken by Reynolds. Stolen by Stoneberg. Here's Kasha. His shot is blocked down by Burak. Rebound held onto by the Seawolves. Shot by Pepe goes wide of the net off the feet from Kasha. He was looking for the one-timer. And this is going to be cleared all the way down. Yoder leaves the puck for Pepe. Pepe being watched by Hayes. Touches it for Beniamini. Beniamini gets it to Palmieri. Palmieri gets taken down.
And this is going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Seawolves if they just hand it off.
Yoder's out of the net. Hayes touches up and 5-on-3 for a minute 12.
This is big for Stony Brook.
Carlson's going to go off.
The wheels have fallen off the bandwagon for Liberty discipline-wise, and they got to be careful because Emerson is calling those stick infractions that they were getting away with yesterday, that Stony Brook was getting away with yesterday. So teams got to be careful. A lot of the stuff that they were getting away with yesterday is not getting slid away now.
So now a 5-on-3 for a minute 12. Face-off won by the Seawolves. Here comes Schurting. Schurting slowly looking for Kasha. Kasha, his shot is gloved by Burak, and he's going to hang on.
Holding is the call.
Slevin can't control this face-off. It's going to be cleared down by the Flames. Yoder leaves the puck for Schurting. Seawolves go to regroup. Blomberg watching him along with Crane and Birima. Here comes Murphy. Murphy can't get to it. And it's going to be an icing.
That's got to be frustrating. Get in the ice, you get the 5-on-3. All the ice in the world to work with, and you ice the puck.
That's not what you want. You never want to do it on the power play, especially when you're 2 men up, because you have all the space.
Yeah. Sherding quarterbacking the play here, trying to make sure everybody's on the same page for the breakout here.
It'll be Slevin taking the faceoff against Cox, deep in the Stony Brook zone. And Slevin controls this one, but he accidentally puts it on net. Yoder has to stick it away. And here comes Riccardi. Riccardi with speed, goes in with Murphy. Into the opposite zone, drops it back. He was looking for Slevin. Slevin overcommitted.
Nobody.
That's gonna be an opportunity they want back. Here comes Sherding now.
I think Sherding's gonna just try to take care of this himself here.
Sherding goes one-on-one, wraps around the net. Nobody there for a centering pass. It's kept in. Here's Sherding once again. Sherding, his shot, score! Frank Sherding.
All by himself.
Frank Sherding with a power play goal to tie the game here. And we're going to watch that on replay and just watch how he basically put the power play on his back after the failed clear out by
I don't say literally putting it on his back here until this happens, as Frank Sherding just takes that shot and finds the top corner, taking advantage of an opening much seen in yesterday's game where the goaltender plays down, he plays low, and leaves those opportunities right at the top, right for the taking.
So big goal there by Sherding to tie the game up on the team's 19th shot. Now it looks like the Seals got a little bit of jump in their game now after that.
And they're still on the power play now.
Yes, they are still on the power play.
Oh, man. Blomberg almost was off to the races if he realized that puck went behind the Seawolf there.
Now here come the Seawolves, still on a 5-on-4 for another 41 seconds. Here's Pepe. Pepe makes the shot, back out to Kasha. Kasha in the slot. His shot deflected down, and it's going to be out of play.
We're gonna run that goal replay one more time here. So you might be hearing Pepe announce the arena as the goal scorer. That was definitely Frank Sherding.
That was most certainly Frank Sherding.
We're gonna get a goal correction right now. I think the referee is handing that goal correction to him now.
And Kasha and Slevin get credited with assists. So for Sherding, that's his 3rd goal of the season. For Slevin, his 13th assist, and for Kasha, his 10th. It's back out for Pepe. Pepe takes a shot, it's blocked down in front. Pepe able to keep it in. Kaloa goes after it on the half boards, taken by Palmieri. Palmieri goes behind that, watched by Lauber. 10 seconds left on the power play. Out to the point for Pepe. Pepe fakes the shot, leaves it for Sherding. Sherding into the slot for Kaloa. Kaloa shot blocked down front. Burak doesn't see it. It goes around the net, and Sherding pitches in to hang on to it as Liberty gets their man back at even strength. Kaloa's shot goes wide of the net. Palmieri gets the rebound out for Beniamini. Beniamini goes behind the net, rocks back in.
Oh.
Well, he was looking for Sherding for the one-timer, and he just pushed it wide. Beniamini had a golden opportunity to find Frank Sherding there. Pepe pitches in, shot. Blocker down by Burak, and Kaloa can't get to the rebound.
Sherding.
Look at Sherding. Look at the Seal team. They are buzzing right now around the puck. They are vultures. As Liberty finally clears it out.
But it's going to be an icing.
And that's going to be an icing. So the Seawolves have all the momentum right now after scoring that goal, and they are all over the puck and making Burak have to work here in the last 5 minutes of this period. You have to like what adjustments Coach Garofalo made.
Kurt Candy grabbing the referee's ear here. A little bit of conversation happening there. Maybe give a little bit of a breather. But probably not. Probably just trying to air a concern of some kind.
O'Brien gets his puck pushed into the near boards. Out through the center, nobody's there. Bishop can't keep it in, it's going to come all the way out.
And Liberty's going to start cycling the change here.
And that line had been out there for quite a while.
And
Burns has his stick just like basically thrown out of his hands by Lauber. He gets the stick from the bench. Here comes Burns with O'Brien behind him. He gets picked up by Lauber. Lauber controls. Gammer dumps it back down. Knocked down in front. Liberty controls. Here comes Pence. 2-on-2 with Paczynski. Shot backhand saved by Yoder. And he's going to hang on for the whistle. Down to 2:29 here in the second period, tied at 1. Frank Scherding tied the game up with 4:58 to go in the second on what amounted to a really nice wrist shot in the slot.
What amounted to a great individual effort, to a great offensive zone setup, and an excellent finish.
That's why he wears the C.
Indeed, he's been, he had a bit of a rough start early in the game, but he's really caught his stride, and he's really playing well now.
There's Slevin. He can't control the faceoff. It's out to Sharp. Sharp's slap shot is blocked down. Garvin gets a rebound. Another shot sticked away by Yoder. Picked up by Garvin. Garvin has 3 Seawolves around him, and they're going to regain possession. Here's Hoon with it. Hoon going through center into the neutral zone, being watched by Garvin. Gets around him. Riccardi calling for the puck, but Hoon's going to do it himself. His shot is blocked down by Reynolds. He had his stick lifted while he was taking the shot. So here comes Thompson. Thompson going one-on-one with Burns, or Slevin rather. Shot gloved down by Yoder, and rebound taken by Murphy. Murphy dumps it down. He's behind the net, picked up by Sharts. Sharts gets hit hard by Riccardi. And Reynolds loses a touch pass for Vicenzi. Here's the long pass for Garvin. It goes past the stick, but Yoder's going to have to get to it because it was on net.
And wisely stops the puck there with a 2-on-2 potential. So he'd rather take his chance at the faceoff.
And for Liberty, that's their 21st shot on goal. They're 13th in this period. The Seawolves have 16 in this period.
Definitely a better period for the Seawolves. I saw the look of frustration as they left the ice in the first period, and as they came out for the second period, they definitely came out with a renewed sense of focus, and that clearly shows in the period so far.
That absolutely has been evident here. And the Seawolves start their rush. Left center was looking for Cosina, gets knocked away. Molnar keeps it close. Dumped in by Crockett and picked up by Bergen. Bergen sends it all the way down, and that's going to be an icing with 1:15 to go. This puck's coming all the way back down into the Liberty zone.
I don't like to preempt my keys to the third period, but Liberty's got to be a lot more aware of what they're doing with the puck in their own zone and avoid icing the puck as much as they've been doing in this period.
And we've seen multiple icings in the 5 to 7 range this period, and that doesn't bode well if you want to keep up with a quick Stony Brook team. As Benny Meany controls behind the net, has Colello with him. It's been poked away, but Kasha keeps it in. Kasha looking for Colello. Colello bats it down, and it's cleared out off the bat attempt by Colello. It was cleared out by Steele. We're down to the last minute of the period. Here's Bergen with it. Sent to the corner where Benyamini intercepts. Puck changing hands here quite often now as Liberty comes out of the zone. Pepe cuts off Gammer as it's sent into the near corner. We right behind the net where it's picked up by Pepe. Carries up the boards looking for Palmieri. Palmieri gets cut off. It's now out to the slot for Crane. Crane, wrist shot blocked by a sliding Colello. Way to take the body there. Now behind the net, it's picked up by Cox. Cox centering pass for Buczynski is blocked, and it's taken by the Seawolves. Bishop goes after it in the neutral zone. Crane gets there first. Keeps it along the near boards. Dump back down with 14 seconds to go. Yoder hangs on to it, leaves it for Pepe. Pepe looks to clear it out, but Blomberg right in front with 5 seconds left. Sent out to the point, kept in. And nice play there by Scherding to cut off the play at the whistle.
And I think we're going to start the third period with a Stony Brook power play, and yes, we will. Interference is the call.
That's a big turn of tides there for the Seawolves as Lauber's going to go off for interference at the tail end of the period.
Oh, hold the phone here. We're not done yet. And Carlson is getting involved with Riccardi and Slevin. So
things getting a little testy here at the end of the second period.
And indeed they will, as the Liberty players crossing the red line to go after the Seawolves there. So we'll be surprised if there isn't anything else tacked on to the end of this Stony Brook power play here coming up.
And we'll get all that information before the third period. So when we come back, we'll have a second period recap and much more. We'll find out what happened with that penalty. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Started third period just coming up. But, Trevor, a lot more happened in this period than in the first, so why don't you tell us?
It certainly did. We had a bunch of penalties. The wheels kind of came off the bandwagon for both teams in terms of their discipline. We kick off the penalties with Lauber for cross-checking at 15-14, which led into a couple Stony Brook penalties. Murphy went for boarding. Pepe went for slashing. Lauber again got nailed for tripping. And then Carlson for holding. And at the tail end of the period, Lauber with his third penalty of the game. He's got to watch himself.
Well, looking here, Lauber is actually one of their team leaders in penalty minutes, coming in with 34 coming into the series.
Well, certainly no stranger to the sin bin then, but again, in a tight game like this, every time you're in the box, that's 2 minutes that your team has to be playing at a disadvantage.
Yep.
And against a team like Stony Brook, not a top power play in the league per se, but still something potent and something that needs to be a concern.
And also a couple goals that period, so we had a little bit of action. At least
so Frank Schurting put the power play on his back and went coast to coast, set up the offensive zone pressure, gets rewarded by getting the puck back, and has a nice ripper from the top slot.
And then Zane Charge opened up the scoring for Liberty with the goal. He was pretty much untouched in the slot.
Yeah, an uncontested top slot shot for Zane as well.
So now you start the third period. The Seawolves clearly had the momentum after Schurting scored. You saw how they had a lot of jump in their step coming back into the offensive zone. Now they have a 2-minute power play to open up the period after Chaden Lauber went off for the interference on Schurting at the end of the period. How much of an impact can that have on the start of this third period?
So I'm going to kind of metagame this a little bit, and it's the start of the period, so the face-off is at center ice. Usually when you start a power play, you get that offensive zone face-off. So when Stony Brook's already kind of starting the power play where they have to gain the zone and set up the pressure in that regard.
So as the teams now take the ice, again, like we said, the Seawolves will have a full power play to start the period. It's their third of the game. They scored on the 5-on-3. As Schurting did his coast-to-coast thing, which we all like to see.
Oh, of course.
And now let's see what they can get done on their third opportunity. Right now, the Seawolves are 1 for 2 on the power play. Liberty is 0 for 3. Shot total is 23-21 in favor of the Seawolves as they outshot Liberty 16-8 that period. I'm sorry, 16-13. I can't do math.
That's all right. So some keys to the third period. If you're Stony Brook, it's stay disciplined. Keep the pressure up. Finish the 60 minutes of hockey. For Liberty, stay disciplined. They've taken more penalties than they probably should have in this period. A lot of preventable ones, but also to watch the icings. They've been guilty the entire game of icing the puck unnecessarily or mistakenly.
And you would have to believe that the coaching staff emphasized what happened yesterday and to make sure that doesn't happen again right now. As the faceoff was won by Liberty to open up the third period, it's going to be cleared down, kept close by Pepe as the Seawolves are going to start. Blomberg watching him. Pepe's going to go through center. Pass up to the far boards for Beniamini. Back to Pepe. Pepe to the near boards for Kasha. Kasha dumps it in. He's going to go wrap all the way around for Crane. That's going to be cleared out by Birama. Yoder plays the puck. Leaves it for Colello. Colello coming up the near boards with some speed into the neutral zone. He's going to dump it down for Palmieri. Palmieri sends it into the corner where Colello cuts off Crane. Out to the point is Pepe. Pepe cross ice for Kasha. Kasha looking in the slot for Colello. Colello drops it back for Kasha over to Pepe. Pepe, his shot is deflected by Palmieri and into the glove of Burak for the whistle.
Good traffic in front of the net. One of the things Stony Brook hasn't done much of was generate a lot of noise in front of Burak to prevent him from seeing shots. A good goaltender will make the save as long as he can see the puck. Has a significantly lower chance of making that save if there are bodies in front of him.
O'Brien's going to take this faceoff. He's tied up and he pushes it out. He's taken by Schurting for McCarty. To the near boards for Burns. Burns packs it in front. Kicked away by Burak, and it was on the stick of Peck and cleared out. This is sent all the way down. Yoder can't get it around Blomberg. There are now 3 Seawolves in the corner trying to get the puck away from him. It's Burns and Shirting. As Blomberg gets knocked to the ground and Seawolves come away with the puck. Here comes Burns with Peck.
1-2.
Now, O'Brien was looking for Peck. He couldn't get it to him as Peck was cutting in. Out to the point for Shirting. Shirting cross ice for Riccardi. Riccardi back for Shirting. Shirting in the slot. Up for Burns. Burns into the circle. Peck in the center. Gets a shot on him, but it goes wide. 18 seconds left on the penalty to Lauber. With 13 to go here in the third period. Sent back out. Shirting pinches, but he can't get there. Now here comes Hayes with speed. He could get it. Can he get around Riccardi? He can't. Riccardi able to knock the puck away from him. So Stony Brook able to avoid a breakaway. Here comes Peck. And we're back at even strength. Peck with O'Brien. What a move by Peck as that shot goes wide. He made it, and he got hit hard into the boards. And you see him, he struggled to get up for a minute. He took a hard shot into the boards. Breakaway by Garvin, shot off the post.
I think that puck went up on the side of his stick there. Didn't get a good amount of wood on that shot.
So that trickles along the post. Now we see a lot
the
of...
faceoff's going to come outside the zone there as Garvin tried to dive and poke that in there. But we had a bit of an incident that happened at the other side of the ice. Let's see if we can grab that on the replay.
We're going to take a look and see what happened with Peck. Did you watch Peck? He makes a great move. Nice stick handling right here. Get around his man. Gets the shot, goes wide, and then he gets...
Oh, he kind of lost an edge.
He just fell. And then because of that, there was one extra man behind, so Garvin was able to get the breakaway.
Yeah, that was... No foul there, as they say.
So this faceoff will be in the defensive zone.
So it's going to come outside the zone as a Liberty player did knock the net off. So
it looks like Liberty kind of forgot that little detail.
That's all right. All 3 officials were kind of in agreement there that was the Liberty diving player that knocked the net off. So
it'll be Crockett taking the faceoff against Ryan. Crockett done very well on faceoffs today in this game and wins another one here. Taken by Heffernan. Heffernan cross ice for Bishop. Bishop on the boards for Cosina. Cosina in for Crockett. Crockett gets taken down by Ryan, but not before he gets the puck to Molnar. Molnar shot sticked away by Burak. And Thompson gets the rebound in the far corner. Being watched by Molnar, he leaves it for Crane. Crane has it knocked away. Molnar takes it. Wrist shot goes wide, and then he just hooked it. It was picked up by Crockett. Crockett for Cosina in the corner. Cosina leaving it back out for Crockett. Crockett gets behind Ryan. His attempt on net is knocked away. And we're going to get a whistle here as it was deflected up and out. So with 17:06 to go here in the third period, the score tied at 1. The shot total 26-21 in favor of the Seawolves. Crockett again taking the faceoff against Garvin. Crockett again wins out to Bishop. Bishop wrist shot goes wide of the net. Here comes Ryan. Ryan not able to clear it out. Heffernan gets it. Heffernan able to throw it back in, but now they're gonna say he got the hand pass. And that was Crockett was the last one to touch it after Heffernan shoved it in. It's the right call. So this puck's gonna come out of the zone.
We'll take it from center ice.
Center ice, and Crockett again taking the face. So they're rewarding him with more ice time. So this face was won by Liberty. Backed out to Reynolds. Reynolds for Sharks. Sharks with a long pass for Baczynski. Baczynski into the offensive zone. His shot, glove saved by Yoder. He just watches into his chest and hangs on for the whistle. And after giving up that goal to Sharks in the second period, Yoder has really been effective since. Really keeping the shots at a minimum.
Well, the Seawolves defensive, they've been keeping a lot of the opportunities to the outside, and that's what really helps you in the long run.
Sharks not able to bat this one in, and it's cleared out. Going to be dumped back down by Liberty as they touch up. Heffernan sends it on the boards, but nobody's there. Back on the Sharks. Sharks' wrist shot goes high in the net. Colello gets a loose puck on the boards. It's cleared out and sent back into the offensive zone. Sharks sends it up the far boards. He's looking for Pence. Pence can't hang on to it. And it's floated away by Heffernan. Sharks now with it for Liberty. Cross ice for Reynolds. We've seen Reynolds and Sharks have an effective game. Men in the blue line for Liberty. Colello watching Sharks as the puck goes around the boards. Picked up on the far side by Gammer. And picked up by Palmieri. Left for Colello. Colello with Pepe and Palmieri. Colello dumps it into the near corner. Pepe gets hit along the boards. Can't control the puck. and it's taken by Liberty. Up the near boards is Pierce. He moves in. He's got Kawicki watching him. That shot goes wide of the net. And back out into the far corner. Pepe sends it through center for Slevin. 2-on-2 here with Slevin and Palmieri. Slevin looking for Palmieri. Can't get to it. It's going to be gloved by Burak for the whistle. So we're seeing the Seawolves really get some new offensive motion and some new creative plays in on Burak today.
Oh yeah, they had to change it up. Obviously, the same thing they threw at Burak and Liberty's defense in Game 1 is going to work in Game 2. They were very ineffective in the third period, and it looks like an entirely new strategy coming out for Stony Brook in the third today.
A Slevin shot goes wide of the net. It's picked up by Liberty. Cox with it. Cox unable to clear it out, is kept in by Riccardi. Now it's knocked away, and Pepe goes after it. And that's going to be an icing, so icing continuing to haunt Liberty here.
Indeed. I will say they don't look as pumped up as they were in the third period yesterday. Maybe because they're tied in this game, and maybe a bit of sense of complacency, like, hey, we're more than just right there. We are there, as opposed to yesterday where they really need that fire to get going.
Slevin wins his faceoff, but nobody is at the other point to get the puck, so it comes out of the zone. Pepe corrals it in and can't dump it back into the offensive zone. This is going to go all the way back down. Blomberg picks it up. Blomberg and Pepe going at it. Taken by Cox. Cox shot, sticked away by Yoder. He didn't see it. Is now picked up by Pepe. And here comes the Seawolves. Slevin up the near board for Riccardi. Riccardi looking for Murphy. Couldn't get to it. Going to go back behind the net. Picked up by Crane. Crane sends it along the far boards for Thompson. Thompson, home run pass for Hamilton. Here he comes into the offensive zone. His shot, glove saved by Yoder. He's going to hang on for the whistle. And that shot, Yoder was able to look that right in. He had nobody in front of him, so that's a save that he'll make 10 out of 10.
Or at least he should be. Otherwise, might be out to lunch.
14:40 to go here in the third period. 1-1 the score. 26-24 the shots on goal in favor of the Seawolves. So taken by Crockett, and he will win it and send it out of the zone. Taken in by Reynolds. Reynolds dumps it back down, and we're going to get a whistle here for offsides. So we're seeing a lot of stop and go here in the third period. A lot of quick whistles.
Yes, indeed. Just want to give a quick plug over to AztecPhotos.com, the official photographer for Seawolves hockey. Get pictures of every game that they're here over at AztecPhotos.com.
He does great work. This is going to be sent all the way down. It's on net for Burak as Cosina was charging hard. Burak just has to hang on to it.
Cosina there, a little bit of the snowplow action in front of Burak.
That's one of those unwritten rules. You don't want to do that because then you're just asking for it.
Well, it's one of those unwritten things you don't do unless you want to get the business. And Liberty taking the bit of the higher ground there, kind of letting that go. And Stony Brook's going to get denied the change here a little bit too late. Referee's arm was well down.
So Crockett's going to get knocked out of the face-off circle to be taken by Cosina. Cosina can't control this one. Crockett cuts in, but it's picked up by Carlson and sent out. Here's Sherding. Sherding dumps it back down. Early picked up by Steele. Steele on the far boards for Carlson. Carlson has it knocked off his stick, and Cosina hangs on. Cosina and Steele going at it, and Cosina eventually comes away with it.
Great job defending the puck there.
And Cosina using every bit of strength he had to hang on to it. Now it's Hoon with it. Gets almost caught up with Peck. Hoon can put it on net, and we're going to get a whistle here as it looks like the net came off.
And the Liberty coaching staff a little bit puzzled as to why they're getting the stoppage here. The net barely coming off the mooring, but Emerson taking a pretty hard-nosed approach to calling the nets off the moorings today.
I barely saw it move, so that's impressive that he got it.
We're not questioning his calls today. You saw that one.
Burns' shot is kicked away by Burak. Didn't have much on it. And Liberty controls. Carlson touch pass for Roberts. Roberts stumps it down. Goes behind the net where it'll be picked up by Carlson. Carlson gets hit by Kasha, but still maintains possession of the puck. Peck pokes it away on the far boards, and it's kept in by Reynolds. Reynolds working one-on-one with Burns. His shot goes wide, and nearly an opportunity for Carlson, but he couldn't get to it. So this will be sent back in through center as the Seawolves go for a change. Here's Birama with it. He gets it taken away by Bishop as it skips off his stick. Reynolds gets it just in front of the blue line and dumps it back down so Liberty can finish their change. Here's Bishop, cross ice for Kasha, drops it back for Bishop, up to the near boards for Burns. Burns dumps it down. And he's got to get off the ice. He's been on for quite a while, and you already have Slevin and Murphy on. Riccardi's waiting. Here comes Pepe. Pepe has 3 Flames around him, and now here comes Burns to help. Sorry, it's Slevin. Slevin with a nice move around Gammer, and he's into the opposite zone. His shot blocked down by Burak and knocked out of the zone. Here's Kowicki to Pepe. Pepe whiffs on it. Here's Gammer going 2-on-none. Here's the shot on Yoder. Backhand saved by Yoder. Another shot saved by Yoder. And that's going to kick through the crease and back out to the point for Lauber. Payne Yoder with a huge save there, cutting off the angle. Liberty still maintains. Here's Baczynski out to Lauber at the near point. Fakes a shot. Burns slides down. That's going to go wide of the net. Here's Pierce. Pierce leaves it for Gammer behind the net. Gammer rolling back far side. Out to the point for Crane. Crane, his shot saved by Yoder, and he's going to hang on for the whistle.
All right, we have to go back to the replay on this one. This was just incredible.
It was a 2-on-none after a broken play by Pepe. Gammer has Baczynski right behind him, and you watch here, he goes.
Oh, he lost the puck.
He did lose the puck, but was still able to get a backhand on, just didn't have much on.
But Yoder was able to truly bail the Seawolves out on that one.
Yes, that's a big save there by Payne Yoder. As this faceoff is won by the Seawolves. And it's going to be taken out of the zone. It's going to go all the way down. They're going to, not exactly sure what just
deflected.
happened. I'm not exactly sure what just happened there.
That very clearly deflected. Yeah, we're going to bring this one to center ice here.
And they're going to bring the faceoff to center ice.
Yeah, that was definitely a flubbed call.
It was deflected on the way down.
Very clearly, because the puck was smooth, and then it was bouncing. That only happens when it goes off somebody.
Or if they put pebbles on the ice and didn't tell us.
In that case, heads up, players.
Benyamini going to take the faceoff here against Quinn Ryan. And this faceoff is won by Liberty. It's picked up by Lauber. Lauber can't get it all the way down. It's taken by Schurting. Schurting sent it to the far boards, but Lauber sends it there. Lauber then, from behind, hits Colello and comes off the ice. Here's Thompson with it, centering pass in front, nobody there. And Garvin draws the penalty.
Palmieri's going to go for the hook there. And that was not a smart one to take.
No. Palmieri's going to go off for a hooking, and that one you couldn't miss. There, Garvin was right in front, and here's Palmieri. You watch him here.
They're right on the hands. As easy as they come.
So this comes with
11:29
to go here in the third period. And this is going to be the 4th penalty kill for the Seawolves. And Seawolves win the faceoff. It's going to be stuck up in the corner where they got 5 players going after it. Schurting throwing some weight around trying to get the puck out, and it's taken by Liberty. Still on the near boards. Out to the point for Schartz. Schartz drops it back for Thompson. Thompson, his shot off the post. And Mulder clears it out. That shot beat Yoder and hit out the inside of the post.
Sometimes you got to get a little lucky.
Yep. And here's Thompson with it, being watched by Molnar. Thompson drives in, but they're going to call him offside as Gammer was ahead of the play.
Yeah, he made a very, very good effort to try to stay offside. Unfortunately, he slid a little bit too far.
So this will come just outside the neutral zone, or just in the neutral zone, just outside the defensive zone.
Well, folks, this one is about as close as they come. We're coming into the last 10 minutes of the game here, and most of the stat lines here are down the middle.
Yep, here's Gammer. He's going to dump it down. They picked up by Bishop. Blomberg right on top of him. Baczynski takes it away on the far boards. Out to the point for Gammer. Gammer back along the half wall for Baczynski. Baczynski behind the net for Blomberg. Blomberg loses it. Schurting can't control. Now here comes Bishop. He comes away with it leaves out from Riccardi, but Riccardi can't get to it, but it goes all the way down, killing precious seconds off the penalty kill for the Seawolves. Here's Sharks with it being watched by Riccardi. Riccardi pokes it away, and he gets knocked away. And here's Birama.
Great effort from Riccardi.
Yes, absolutely. Sharks moves in slowly, wraps it around the boards, and is unable to be kept in by Blomberg. He was sitting at the point, couldn't hang on. Now dropped in by Gammer. Gammer being watched by Crockett, dumps it down behind Yoder. Picked up by Kasha. Kasha wraps it looked to wrap it all the way around the boards, couldn't get there. Shot by Gammer is knocked down by Yoder, and then a big leaping play by Carlson, unable to keep it in. That's going to be sent all the way around, picked up by Molnar, and he's going to clear it. With 5 seconds left on the penalty kill, the Seawolves finish out their change. And now out of the box is Palmieri. And coming on for him is Cosina. We're back at full strength. 9:20 to go here in the third period. Still tied at 1. Here's Cox being watched by Pepe. Crockett comes to help. And for Liberty, Carlson comes. Centering pass in front. Molnar knocks it away from off the stick of Hamilton. Out to the point for Crane. Crane, wrist shot, goes wide of the net. I think somebody got a piece of it as it trickled wide. And that's going to be cleared out. And here goes Molnar. Molnar and Crane go after it. Crane comes away with it, but Cosina takes out the loose puck as it was knocked off of Crane's stick. Cosina down on the ice. Looks like he took a good hit along the boards and is having a little trouble getting up. So you watch here, Cosina will get the puck.
Oh!
And then he got the stick caught up.
He takes it in the air. You don't want to take it.
No.
That's unfortunate.
And most people watching understand those feels.
Not a good spot to take a stick. As Slevin here
or anything
quarterbacks the face-off here.
Liberty controls it here.
Odd carom off that board there.
Not one we've seen too often like that.
Yeah, well, they're not all the same.
Birama can't control. Riccardi dumps it down. Now it's back up in the neutral zone. Shirting. Riccardi and Hoon get kind of bumped together. Now here's Murphy. Murphy gets around Thompson. Can't get around Crane. Now he does. He's behind the net. Losing for Shirting. Shirting, and we're going to get a whistle here as the net came off the pegs as Shirting was taking a shot.
And Burek there needing to really flex his muscles there to get across the net there as Liberty was kind of caught overcommitting to checks again. And Stony Brook reading those checks and just skating around.
Riccardi can't control the faceoff, picked up by Lauber. Lauber around the net for Crane. Crane with a nice pass out for Garvin. Garvin gets hit by Shirting. Now it's left for Thompson. Thompson, it's trickling in the crease. Big play by Hoon to slide down and knock that puck away. I don't know if it would have trickled across, but it was trickling through the crease.
It would have been a great opportunity, doorstep opportunity for Liberty if they were there for it.
Pierce and Garvin can't get to it as Hoon picks it up for Stony Brook. Cross ice for Shirting. Shirting now leaving it to the near boards for Riccardi. Riccardi has it skip off his stick and kind of pinball into the corner. Burak plays the puck, leaves it for Crane. Crane sends it to the near boards for Garvin. Garvin with a long pass with nobody there. Burns had it and loses it to Gammer as Burns overcommitted. His shot gloved away by Yoder and into the corner. Pierce gets it to Gammer. O'Brien knocks him off the puck and regains possession for the Seawolves. He'll get it out for Peck. Here's Peck and Burns going 2-on-2. Peck drops it back for Burns. Burns, his shot knocked away by Burak. Gets a rebound. Now it's stolen away by Liberty. Here comes Buczynski. Buczynski goes in. He gets hit. The puck stuck up along the board. Now goes behind the net, picked up by Bishop. Bishop looking for Peck. Peck couldn't get there in time. And pinching in with Sharks to hang on to the puck in the offensive zone for Liberty. Puck juts out into the circle early, picked up by Kasha. Kasha dumps it down as the Seawolves finish their change. 6:45 to go here in the third period of the tie game. Liberty has the puck here as Sharks. Sharks cross ice to the near boards for Reynolds. Reynolds gets hit by Benyamini and the puck is taken back by Stony Brook. It's going to be dumped down into the corner. Palmieri goes after it and will be taken by Reynolds. Sorry, Lauber. That's back out at neutral ice, taken by Heffernan. Heffernan dumps it all the way down, chasing after his Palmieri. Lauber's going to get there first. Palmieri flips it and goes behind the net. Reynolds and Beniamini tie up for it. Now it's back up along the half boards and sent out by Liberty. Going after is Heffernan. Hamilton was right behind him, and I think nobody told him. And we're going to get a penalty here on Stony Brook as Hamilton was taken down.
Bad penalty to take here. We'll take a look at that one again on the replay. And you'll see this one's a pretty open and shut case for a trip.
And you can see the lack of communication. Nobody said anything to Heffernan that Hamilton was coming right behind him. That was unfortunately the only thing he could do. So with 6:02 to go here in the third, the
It's a big power play for Liberty.
Absolutely. This will be their 5th power play opportunity. And this faceoff is won by Stony Brook and sent all the way down. We left back for Roberts by Burak. Sharks back for Roberts. And Liberty starts their rush with 4. Pierce loses it to Bishop, and it's going to be dumped back down.
Excellent step up here. That was a high stick. That was a high stick. I was so over the crossbar. And I think the 200 plus in attendance here are all throwing their hands up.
Pierce, his shot, score! That's going to be Devin Pierce with a power play goal to give the Flames the lead, 2-1 here, very late in the third. And now you could make the case that the high stick that wasn't called directly led to that.
Let's roll the replay, folks.
You watch here. Here's the play.
It's the play immediately leading into this. So
let's see. Watch here. Here's the nice puck movement by Garvin and Pierce, and this goes right through Yoder. So 5:27 to go here in the third period. The Flames take the lead on the power play. Pierce getting the goal from Garvin. Burak plays the puck into the far corner. Shot on is knocked away. Stony Brook gets a rebound. Another shot saved by Burak, and he's going to hang on for the whistle.
So you can kind of see it here. It's a little hard to see here, but
and you can
see where his stick is.
Yeah, that is way over the net.
It is egregiously a high stick, and incredible that it was missed by all 3 officials on the ice. But
he looked like the torchbearer in the Olympics.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, the Seawolves did let up a good offensive opportunity.
They did. Face-off won by the Seawolves. Shot on is blocked and picked up by Hamilton. Now in neutral zone, Riccardi takes it back for Stony Brook. Dumped down where Liberty regroups. Sharks with it. Up the near boards, touching by Hamilton. Dumped down on net to Yoder, where Pepe picks it up. Pepe driving into the neutral zone. He'll dump it into the offensive zone. Burak plays it, leaves it behind for Reynolds. Up on the near boards, it's flipped up by Baczynski. Kasha pinches in to attempt to keep it in for Stony Brook. And it looks like he succeeded. And now it's poked away by Pierce. Yoder has to hang on to it as Gammer was right on top of it. Pepe went the other direction as he saw Yoder was committing to it. 4:20 to go here in the third period. Liberty with the 2-1 lead after Devin Pierce scored just about a minute ago on the power play. Shot total is 32-30 in favor of the Seawolves. Well, takes his face up, but it's won by Liberty. Bergen, his shot from the point, it was a little bit of a wobbler, and Yoder able to hang on to it.
Well, if you're the Seawolves, you still got your timeout. There's 4 minutes left. You're down 1. Not an impossible situation.
And here comes Schurting. Schurting driving into the offensive zone, gets around Garvin. His shot sticked away by Burak. Kept in at the point by Hoon. Thompson goes down. Now behind the net. Centering pass in front. Colello couldn't get there, and it's going to be sent out of play.
The ceiling.
Down under 4 minutes to go now. And this faceoff will be in the Liberty zone. The Seawolves have to win this faceoff here and get a shot on. So this will be Cololo taking the faceoff with Beniamini and Palmieri. See, they're going to have Crockett take the faceoff. They're switching things up a little bit, using Crockett as he's won a lot of faceoffs. Does get control of this one to Palmieri. And now it's back out for Crockett. Crockett in for Palmieri. His shot goes off the side of the net. Picked back up by Palmieri, out for Sherding. Sherding gets one move around. Hamilton leaves it back for Palmieri. Palmieri back into the corner for Sherding.
And the Stony Brook Seals are going to go to the power play here. A very undisciplined penalty to take here from Liberty.
And this could be a turning
especially
point,
in an instance where the referee knows that he completely messed up a play earlier and he's looking to even things out. Maybe that's not the case, but you'll see on the replay here as the cross check happens. But it's a pretty open and shut case for a cross check as far as the rule book is concerned. You'll see right there, right, stick to the back. You're going to go for that.
And that's going to be Sharks going off one of their best players. So this could be a golden opportunity here for the Seawolves. That's the 5th penalty taken by Liberty, and this will be the 4th power play. And this faceoff was won by the Seawolves, out for Riccardi. Riccardi for Peck. Peck sending it back out for Sherding. Sherding looks in front for Peck. Peck can't get a shot off. It skipped off his stick. Riccardi hangs on, though. Riccardi back behind the net for Peck.
Liberty player without a stick.
Shot goes wide off a Sherding stick. And picked up by Burns. Burns out for O'Brien. O'Brien whiffs on the pass. Now leaves it back for Burns. Burns looking for the big pass out to Riccardi. Riccardi being watched by Cox. Sent out to the far circle for Peck. Peck looking for O'Brien in front. Shot saved by Burak and goes back into the corner. Riccardi picks it up. He's going to come back to the point. Moving in through center. Drops it back for Sherding. Sherding over to the circle for Peck. Peck, his shot, blocked in front by Crane. Crane can't clear out. Here's Sherding with it. Sherding fakes the shot, sends it back out to Riccardi. Riccardi gets hit into the boards by Hamilton, and now it's Peck with it. Peck back to Riccardi. Riccardi fakes the shot, sends it out to Sherding. Sherding, the only man out of the point. His shot deflected on and goes wide of the net. It's picked up by Lauber. And Lauber able to clear it out and out of play. It looks like the Liberty bench is upset about something. They're looking for a call on Hamilton as he got hit as the play was winding down.
It's one of those things where happened outside of the referee's eye shot. They run a 3-man system here. Emerson's attention was on the puck, especially with this amount of time left. And that happened well outside of his cone of vision.
2:17 to go here in the third. 44 seconds left on the power play. Colello taking this faceoff. And Colello gets tied up. It's picked up by Birima. And sent behind the net over to Blomberg. Blomberg can't clear it out. Now he does on the second effort. And Pepe picks it up. Palmieri had lost the stick. Now gets a new one. Pepe going to start parallel with Yoder.
Yoder looking to the bench.
Touch pass here for Kasha. Kasha drives in. Now sent all the way out and on net. Yoder has to put it into the corner. 15 seconds left on the power play. Here's Colello with it. Colello sends up the forwards. He was looking for Beniamini. Beniamini wasn't there. And now a little bit of confusion here. Now Kasha comes in. He drives in with 3 seconds left on charge of the penalty. And now Liberty's back at full strength with a minute and a half to go. And Yoder's looking at the bench waiting. Stuck up along the boards, kept in by Pepe. Dumped down into the corner. Now it's going to be cleared out. Down to a minute 15 to go. Here comes Pierce. Pierce can't get it back out. And now here comes Palmieri. Palmieri makes a one move around, but Lauber able to hang on and knock him off the puck. Down to a minute 5 to go. Here's Kasha. Kasha cross ice for Sherding. We're down under a minute. Gammer gets hit by Palmieri into the boards hard. Now we're going to see Seals make a change. It's back in the neutral zone. Kasha didn't see it as now Cox had went to the ice. Here's Baczynski. He can't control him back now in the neutral zone. 44 seconds to go here. Crane with it. Sending across ice for Chauber, for Lauber. Now it's Cox going after it with Kasha. So go all the way down. Cox picks it up. Kasha hits him behind the net. Pepe looking to clear it out. It's kept in, and it's going to be sticked away off the shot by Yoder. Back into the neutral zone. Blomberg hangs on to it. 23 seconds to go, and this is going to be dumped down. Goes behind the net. Yoder plays it. Looking for Riccardi. Hamilton knocks him off the puck, and it's picked up by Murphy. Now here comes Yoder out of the
It's all or nothing now.
Slevin in. 10 seconds left. Blomberg hangs on. Now it's going to be kept in by Riccardi. Shot is wide off of Riccardi's stick with 4 seconds left. This is going to be cleared out, and that's going to do it. Liberty with a 2-1 victory over the Stony Brook Seawolves sweep the road series and really cements themselves in a position at the top of the ESCHL. So for the Seawolves, 1 goal on 33 shots. For Liberty, 2 goals on 33 shots. 1 for 4 on the power play for Liberty, for Stony Brook. 1 for 5 on the power play for Liberty, including the game-winning goal by Devin Pierce. That's going to do it for us tonight. For Andy Magnani, Trevor Magnani, I'm Andy Sukoff. Have a good night.